Everyone, I am here today to review Cress by Marissa Meyer. This is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles, and it is amazing. I mean, I know I say that about a lot of books that I review, but I wouldn't review it if I didn't really like it or really dislike it. I have to have like some sort of strong opinion on the book. So yeah, I have to say though, I had my doubts with this book because I really liked Cinder, and I enjoyed Scarlet, but it wasn't that great, and I kind of had doubts just because Scarlet wasn't so exciting for me, and I thought, well, Cress is supposed to be Rapunzel, and she is stuck in a satellite, and so I was wondering who's going to be her prince, who's going to come rescue her and all that. But, surprisingly, it's been really great. I finished it earlier today, and I'd been trying to preserve it and read it slowly because toward the end I just didn't want it to be over. So I think, it's very fast paced. Really nice how all these characters work together because Cinder's not all alone. Now she's got, there's Cinder, Thorn, Cress, Wolf, Scarlet, and Dr. Erlin. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. Sorry, my cats are jingling in the background. But yeah, I think it's really great because usually in a story, you don't have this many main characters, and if there were, you kind of get lost. You just kind of get confused between all the characters, but these characters really complement one another, and everyone is so very different. You've got Cinder, who's just so brave and determined and just so skilled in so many ways, and you've got Dr. Erlin, who's kind of running the show for a while. He's coming up with ideas. He didn't like Cinder's ideas, I suppose. And then you have Thorn, who is just so strong mentally and physically that he can overcome just about anything. And you have Cress, who's kind of well, she is a space cadet, let's say, because she's a little bit loopy, but she's very entertaining. And Wolf, he's just a big ball of emotions. And Scarlet, you get to kind of know her a little better. I wish there was a little bit more of Scarlet in the story, but the author wrote things the way she did for a reason, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more of her in the next book. But it's just, I love how all these characters just work together so well. And I must say though, my favorite character by far, hands down, without question, is Aiko. She is so cute. I just cannot believe it. And you are in for a surprise. If you have not read this book, you are in for a surprise what goes on with Aiko. So I think she's a very cute character, and I just really like Aiko. Has such a realistic personality that you'd never know that she's an android, even though, she's got her personality chip attached to the ship, so she's just a big ship right now, their aircraft. And that's not a spoiler, by the way, because if you read Scarlet, then that's already happened. She's the ship. But at one point on page 317, she lets out this ear-splitting scream because her voice comes through the speakers, and Jason comes running through and he goes, why is the ship screaming? So that line just, I don't know why, it had me laughing so hard, and the people around me looked at me like I've lost my mind because I'm looking at a book and just laughing. Just the thought that some person comes running in wondering why a ship is screaming. And so Aiko fires back by saying, "Aiko, my name is Aiko. If you don't stop calling me the ship, I am going to make sure you never have hot water during your showers again. Do you understand me?" So I think she's just very cute. Enough about Aiko. The plot here, or the goal, is for Cinder and her crew to put a stop to Emperor Kai's wedding with Queen Levana, because if she becomes Empress, then all of Earth is in big trouble. And she's very determined to make this wedding happen. And Kai is more determined than ever to find Princess Aline and basically overthrow Levana. And that's his only hope, because he has to marry her, and he knows that by marrying her, she's going to just murder him afterwards and take over. So we can't have that happening. In the story, they go through a lot of hardship. Every character has some sort of struggle, and I really like how all the characters grew, and I really grew to love Dr. Erlin. book is very dense. I mean, even though it's very long, it's not voluminous. I mean, it pretty much cuts to the chase, and you're not just reading on and on 10 pages and still you've gotten nothing out of it. I don't like stories like that. But this book, every page counts. A great adventurous kind of story, because for so much of the book, the characters are separated. So, I mean, this happens right at the beginning pretty much. So, they're just kind of trying to find their way. They're trying to survive. Their lives are, they're constantly faced with life and death situations. So it's just a constant struggle for all of them, and it's exciting, and I just can't say enough about the book. And it's so hard for me to sit here and say, so much happens, it was so great, without telling you what happens. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to ruin it for you. You need to read it for yourself. Trust me. I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. If you don't believe me, read it. You will not regret it. This book has something to offer for everybody, whether you're interested in fairy tales, whether you're interested in sci-fi, action, romance. It's just something that anyone could enjoy, whether you're a guy or a girl. It's a great book. It's just very well written. It's not too casual, and it's not like all fancy language where you just kind of roll your eyes like, did they really just say that? No, this is really a good page turner, and anyone can relate to this, and at least relate to one character. That's the good thing about having 5 or 6 main characters, that you can relate to somebody. Okie dokes. So that is my review. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you've read the book, let me know what you think. I really hope they make a movie out of this. Does anyone know if they're going to make a movie out of the Lunar Chronicles? Because I would totally watch it. I want to know what Cinder would look like. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Bye.